Hey, Trans Youth. It's Sunday, and we had 3 videos beforehand, so you guys should know what the topic is. It's just what would you go back in time and tell the previous you? And I'm just going to jump right into this. I had a very hard time, and the person who asked this question, Jake, I think definitely has a very tricky question. And it's one that I'm probably going to think of a lot more and elaborate upon in later weeks on my own channel. Because I ended up with a large bulleted list of all the things I would have wanted to go back in time and tell the previous me. And one of the big things, the biggest thing I think that is on that list thus far that I know of is that I would have gone back in time and told myself to do this sooner. That sounds really cliche, and I haven't really seen anyone else's videos, but I'm pretty sure that may have been said, and a lot of people have said it. But when I view my life before my transition, and before my transition, my dysphoria was very disconnected. Basically, like, it wasn't like other people's dysphoria where it was like your body just, you don't like any of it or anything like that. Mine was an intense wrongness. And before I figured out that it was gender, I could not put anything to it. And it tortured the crap out of me. And I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know how to fix the wrongness. And it just felt like I was doing something that was illegal and against my morals 24/7 by living as a guy. And I didn't know it was because I was living as a guy. When I was in my past self, I had tried so many things to be who I thought I was and to be the most right I could possibly be. And I subconsciously beat around the bush. I had so much laid on jewelry, it was ridiculous, in order to put weight on my chest, in order to widen my hips, put weight on my hips, and all of this stuff. And I acted feminine, and I tried as hard as I possibly could to act male. And it didn't work. And toward the tail end, just before I had come out and just before I had discovered myself, I took pleasure in my androgyny. I really did. When I wasn't home with my cross-dressing secret going on, I was in public and my hips were swaying. I took full advantage of my rather large hips for a male. And I was confused. I was tortured because I did not understand what this wrongness was, and I didn't understand why it went away whenever I simulated being a female in private at home. Like, I didn't really understand that. So my biggest thing is that I would go back in time and I would tell the past me much sooner what that wrongness is. Because looking back, I feel like it was probably the most torture I could ever have gotten. Like, if I was in medieval times, a rack would not be as painful as the wrongness that I felt emotionally. And I locked myself up. I was emotionless. I was a robot, and I went through my life autonomously because I had closed myself off to all the opportunities that in fact tortured me. And my dysphoria was not necessarily connected to my gender. I did not understand my dysphoria, and I could not put anything to it. And it was a mysterious thing that I never want to wish on anyone else. So to answer the question, I would tell myself a lot of things. Like, I have a bulleted list in Microsoft Word about 3 pages long of all of the things that I would have told myself in the past. I would have told myself that I should have done this sooner, that I should have been more prepared, that I should have started doing this and going down this path sooner, that I should have told everyone and not hid it so well that it hurt me. And I should not have locked my emotions away, and I should have saw what I was doing the entire time. I neglected to see the nature of myself, my consciousness, my soul. I neglected to see my nature, and because of that, I hurt myself in so many mental and emotional ways. And physically, I have to confess, I was not too happy about my body. I did not want to exercise because exercising made me feel nauseous, and I did not do anything about my female physique because I didn't know whether or not I cared. Because a male physique did not look very appealing to me, and a female physique seemed to be something that I wasn't supposed to have. And I felt tremendously wrong being the way that I was. It was torture. It really was. So I would tell myself back in time that this is what I want. That's pretty much it. And I will see you guys next Sunday on Trans Youth Channel, and I'm definitely going to be thinking about this a lot more. It's a very good question. Great question, Jake. If you have any more, send them to transyouthchannel@gmail.com. And these are the questions we'd like to see. Be creative, be imaginative. And also, down here in the description bar is my survey. So shameless input. Please, please, please do it. You can send it to personal message via my channel. Name is Sammy. And all one word. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.